Hey folks, Carl here and welcome to episode 8 of the Dragon JagdTiger build, and this will be the final episode. This episode we are going to have a look at the diorama we've made and the last few touches on the model itself, and then hopefully a final reveal. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Okay folks, we are starting to put on some of the chalks, and I have these 3 Humbrol ones for the basic colours, and some that I have scraped off myself from the hair chalks, which look just like that, and just scraped off. And we have been going round and adding some bits and pieces to the chalk. You can see on the tip of there we've added some black to represent the smoke from the charges coming out at the end of the turret. So that is done. All that's needed left on these now is pretty much a matte coat. So the tank, there's still some bits and pieces I want to do, but for the most part it is finished and it is all together. So we have wheels on both sides. And you can see from the bottom of there I've been working on the diorama as well, which I shall show in a moment. And so the tracks are on, weathered. I've added some dust effects, not a huge amount. I've added some black powders to the back of here and onto the tips of these exhausts. The back is all done and weathered. The wheels, we've had some dust effects inside the wheels here. We've also added them to the top, obviously because of this track guard you're not going to see them. So yeah, she is as good as done. So the turret will go on there, so it's quite a big, long tank destroyer, not a tank. So yeah, it is as good as done, apart from the matte coat and little touches here and there. So once the diorama is finished and dry and we've got it all on together, we shall do a little bit of a outro, for want of a better word, and that will be the model complete and ready to go to the owner. Yeah, so talk to you shortly. Okay folks, diorama, very basic, very simple. All as this is a picture frame. I've gone and masked off the edges with some black masking tape. It is actually a black frame as well, and what you see here is this stuff, fine ballast from Woodland Scenics. What does it look like when it's dry? It's just like that. All as we have done here is spread it all on as it is like this. Just put enough a full one of these on there, and then we've used some watered down PVA, soaked it so it's damp not wet, and leveled it down, giving it a little bit of shape. This is still wet and you can see the track marks in there, and all as I have used is some spare old track, and while this is still wet I've used a pair of these tweezers like this and gripped hold of that, and we've used that just to push indentations into the sand, obviously testing with the tank to make sure you're getting the right width and where you want it. And all we're going to do now, I'm just using a brush to clean out between the tracks because this stuff sticks quite well to the tracks. And then all we're going to do now is leave that to dry. I don't even think I'm going to spray it or put any colours on it, so I am going to peel off this tape now. So it should be all nice and clean underneath. Like I said, it's a black frame and this tape was there just to protect it. So we are going to leave this for at least 24 hours so that it's all done and nice and dry. And there we go, that is that finished apart from drying point, and it's that way round. And we can put the tank on there just so you can see what it's going to look like. And it's going to be something just like that. And there we have it. So, tank still has bits to do on it. And that's the base. So, I'll put this to one side, carry on working with the tank, and I shall talk to you shortly. Hey folks, Carl here, and we are in the new spray booth for the first time today. So, still setting this up and working out how we're going to put the camera and everything in, but for now it's a pretty good position, and we are ready to matte coat this JagdTiger, and then the JagdTiger is complete. So we are going to be matte varnishing today with Alcalad's clear coat matte. It's ALC 313. As you can see, it needs a good shake up because this stuff separates pretty drastically. So I'm going to get that all shaken up and get the spray gun ready, and we shall be back shortly. Okay folks, that is us moved slightly again, so but now we are all ready. The matte varnish is in and the tank is ready, and I'm going to turn on the spray booth. It's not massively noisy, but it's noisy enough, and I'm going to start spraying with a very light coat first, and then we'll go on a bit thicker. My compressor is going to kick in as well, which is just over there, so this part I shall just speed up and talk to you shortly. Okay folks, and there we go. Matte varnish. I'm going to leave the fan on for a few more minutes. Let's see if we can get a better angle on this camera and zoom in a little bit. You see how this matte varnish looks, and it has dulled it down quite well so far. It's not dry yet, so what we will do is, once it's dry, we'll get it back on the main bench. Still probably want to dust it down as well. We'll get it on the main bench back over there, and we'll take a proper look at it. So, talk to you shortly. Okay folks, here we are, the finished and completed model. Now I've got the camera in my hand and we've got it on the turntable so we can see what is what. Let's move these lights around a bit so we get a bit more light on the overall model. So we are on the diorama, which is now all dry, and as you can see, she's not turned out too bad. Typical Dragon model though, the instructions were its biggest failing. There were parts of the instructions in there where they didn't clearly show you where bits were supposed to go, or there was things out of sequence that if you put it on the way the instructions told you to, you then couldn't get other bits to fit. And a prime example of this is this part here. Now the instructions show me to put on the light first and then put this gun mount stroke rest on afterwards, and then once I did that, as you can see, it is sitting slightly off the tank because I couldn't get it to fit on properly. But hey ho, you probably wouldn't have noticed that if I hadn't pointed it out. And yeah, these cables, they are supposed to both look like this, but there wasn't quite enough length in there to get both sides the same, so we just cut it short and put it here. I don't think it makes any odds to how it looks. And there wasn't a huge amount of decals in the kit. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 and 4, and that is it for decals. So this is now done and ready to be sent away. So now I'm just going to give this a few more days to dry out, finish drying now that it's had the matte coat on it, and then it will be boxed and sent away. So I hope you've enjoyed the build series. If you have, excellent. If you've learnt anything, even better. If you haven't liked it, leave a comment on this video and tell me what I've done that could be done better, and we shall try and improve. I won't be able to improve unless you tell me what I'm doing wrong. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember, be good and be safe. Keep making models, and we shall catch you on the next build. Well, actually no, because we are halfway through the JagdTiger, so we shall be continuing with that, and catch you next time. Thanks folks, bye bye.